All right, everyone, we are here with 3 very special guests. We have Melissa, Margaret, Dolores from the Real Housewives of New Jersey. We're getting real cozy in the studio today. We're super excited to have all of you here. I think, we've spoken to all of you individually, but as a group, we haven't. And I don't think in person... Dolores.
Nope. Not me.
Yes.
No. Hi.
So very excited.
Very excited. Everyone's in hot pink. Feel like Fran and I did not get the memo, which is quite unfortunate.
It's so weird. We all just randomly matched today.
There was no discussion.
None.
No. Dolores came in, saw her hot pink bralette, and I was like, I wish I wore mine. Margaret came in, I was like, oh my God, and she's got the hot pink. And then Melissa, I'm like, you guys definitely planned
No,
this.
we did it.
Yeah, we just,
we're just going to
We just wanted to be bright, like you were just saying, like it's so dark and dreary. We just wanted to brighten things up.
You have.
This is how it happened.
Yeah, I had to put sunglasses on.
You're definitely bringing in spring, which we all need, but we're so excited for a new season of the show. How are you guys feeling with the premiere right around the corner? It looks like an intense season once again. So how are you guys feeling?
We're starting the medication.
I've just been comfort eating, like McDonald's last night, Wendy's the night before.
Oh, Jesus.
No, I'm not even lying. That's what I do. That's my go-to. Yeah.
Same. I love it.
You know what I do? It's weird. I do opposite. It makes me want to work out more. I know that sounds silly.
Geez.
No,
Of
but
course it wants to make her work out more.
because when I get either any type of nervous energy or I feel anxious about something or something, I was like, just let me go to the gym. I swear it's the only place I
She's gonna be. She's gonna disappear by the end of the season.
It is gonna be.
But I'll also eat.
She'll be working out.
I'm an eater though. Dolores can vouch for me.
Yeah,
for
she
this.
is. People ask me all the time. They're like, "Does Melissa Gorga even eat?" I'm like, listen to me. You've never seen a hangrier person in your life. You don't want to cross her. And but she probably doesn't. She watches what she's. No, she doesn't.
No.
She'll have a whole thing of a cheeseburger and fries, and she'll eat it before everyone else.
She orders everything on the menu.
Everything.
And doesn't have an ounce of cellulite.
Eyes are bigger than the stomach.
This is the type of girl you really
No, I try everything.
To order everything on the menu too.
I'm like a little picker. I
am a foodie.
I may be
love
sick
food.
of this dish, but I want a little bit of that dish.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I just want to try everything.
I agree.
Okay, so everybody knows it. It's real.
But she's busy going to the gym 24/7 because of how stressful the season is.
Because the season's so torturous, it's okay to eat it. It just comes right out.
When you start to feel the pressure? Is it when the trailer comes out, or is it closer to the premiere date? When does it kind of kick in?
Well, right out of the box for this year.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely the trailer. And then when you start doing press, it's right around the corner. So I would say this week.
Yeah. This is the week.
I have a pain shooting from the underneath my brain to down my neck.
When everyone's talking about it, you realize you're going to have to relive all the insanity.
I feel like with this season specifically as well, the off season has been quite dramatic. BravoCon was filled with drama. We had Joe and Frank in here. That was filled with drama. I just feel like this season in general is just a little bit more. I mean, every season is feisty, but this one's real intense.
Yeah.
It is, for sure. We never got a break this year, which I don't get. Yeah. They just been rallying on Instagram and Twitter, and they didn't let the Jersey girls sit down for our break, which is kind of crazy, because it's almost you need to take a minute, right? Refresh, miss us for a minute. Yes, I feel we haven't gotten out of the press in the last year, which is it's annoying. It's a little annoying. You want to. You don't want to constantly be...
You want to take a breather.
Yeah, you want a breather. Yeah. But we didn't get one this year.
And
and it's not coming soon.
Another unfair thing, that's true, is we film every summer. Does everyone know that? We haven't had a summer off in 6 years?
I would say at least 4 to 5. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's no summer vacation for us. And I mean, listen, we're happy to film and everything else.
I
but
love
it's
my
just
job.
We're not complaining about it. We
I don't
love
complain.
it. But how many times?
I'm complaining.
Melissa, but how many times? Poor Melissa. She has to house us at the Jersey Shore.
I house them at my shore house often. But
and Dolores at hers.
Yeah.
I complain because I actually love my summers and I want them. And I'm like, can we just switch this to spring? Spring sucks lately in Jersey anyway. So
there is no spring.
The spring, exactly.
Right, it goes winter, summer.
Yeah.
There's no in between lately.
Yeah, so that's what happens.
Yeah, we film all summer long.
You know.
Yeah. Well, I feel like because I don't know, like Rhea just said about like things going on when the cameras aren't on, the fans get so crazy about wanting the information. So it's like they want the camera. It's like everybody's pushing to have the cameras back on.
I feel
which
like
is
they
maybe
miss us
a lot
when
of
we're
it.
not
Yeah,
there.
yeah, absolutely.
Jersey fans take it very seriously. They are hardcore lovers, hardcore haters.
They're like us. They're a
Hardcore.
reflection of us. I always say a lot of times the fans are the reflection of who you are.
Yes.
Even individually.
Yeah, my fans are fabulous.
Yes. I have to say mine are too. So mine aren't like the real loud ones, but they're very loyal.
Yeah.
They're loyal. They know what's right. They're not going to bash on the other people. They just tell, I know my fan. Is that funny? You're so right, Dolores. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Noticed that over the years.
Your fan tends to be kind of like your character.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
because
that's who gravitates toward
exactly.
them.
You
Yeah.
are
Somebody
their
that-
favorite
Yes.
because they see themselves
They
in
see
you.
themselves
Somebody
in
that's
you.
not like you wouldn't like you.
Right.
It's true.
So the loud fans are loud, and the settle fans are settle.
And I think that there was a lot of rumors this off season when, people knew you guys were filming, but we knew that it would be a while until we got any answers. How often did you guys want to like pop online and respond to people, especially Melissa? There were so many rumors,
I know.
It's like how
like-
do you refrain from saying, no, this isn't true, just wait until the show premieres? And is it even the truth in the show? Because when watching the trailer, it seems like a lot of stuff's getting thrown around, but do we get any, real answers?
Yes, you're going to get one thing I will tell you is this season's not going to leave you like wondering. It's not, because we have seasons where you're like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Or like, where did this happen? You're going to see it night and day, like all day long, exactly what happened, why we are where we are. I think it's going to make a lot of sense to a lot of the fans. There's so many rumors out there right now, especially about me for some reason. I have never read more nonsense. Like, it's to the point now where we're like giggling at home, and Joe's like, oh my God, look what they said I did today. And I'm like, look at me today. Like, I'm like, what's going on? He's like,
At least you take it like that.
no,
Yeah,
what are you
sure.
going to do? Cry? They say the most ridiculous things. I think I'm getting flattered at this point. I'm just like, wow,
There's
okay.
an old saying, talk about me bad, talk about me good, but talk about me.
I know.
You know,
There's
Mae
no,
West.
There's no bad press.
Actually, that was Mae West.
That's right.
it.
And there's
I
no
love
bad
that.
Well, yeah. So for some reason, they're going hardcore. Like we said, the fans are like their favorites. So it is what it is, and you take it with a grain of salt, and you just like keep on moving. I like to keep it positive as much as I can outside. Like, I understand that we have to go to work, right? And we're entertainment, and we're also real, but like, outside of the show, like, everyone go home to your family and your friends. Like, I keep my circle tight. I have a close circle of friends, and I think that's why I've been able to be on this show for so long. I maintain like the same people. My trust circle is there, my family, my circle of trust. So it's like, I just don't get all of like the noise outside of the show. Like, sit down for a minute, stop trying to prove your point every second. It's like, there's just somewhat like, there's people out there that obviously have a lot to prove right now because they haven't stopped talking.
Right.
So it's like, I guess we're going to have to watch and see what's happening.
And I feel like with all the franchises right now, not even just New Jersey, but, Beverly Hills, we saw this. Do you feel like it's people in your own camp or people on the show that are making these rumors about you guys sometimes?
Of course it is.
Yes.
Who would have that much investment?
Yes.
I mean, of course it is.
I think people are on a revenge tour.
Yeah.
I think people are on a revenge tour. I mean, it comes out even in their taglines. Payback's a bitch, start barking. We won't say whose tagline that is.
You also have we have new housewives this season.
Yes.
New ladies who we've not met before. How did they fit in with the group? And do you think that they sometimes I feel like the new people try a little too hard at the beginning?
That's corny when that happens.
Yeah.
So corny. And you know right away. You're like, oh, God, that was a rehearsed line before they got here.
They were rehearsing it in the shower.
And sometimes they'll like spit it out in the middle of nothing just to get it out. It's like, oh, you're so corny. But no, these girls are not. I think they were a great fit. I think the timing was good. Timing is everything, always. We're not an easy group. I mean, we embrace everybody, but you really have to fit in. And I think that they do. You're gonna like Jen Fessler's hysterical.
She's very funny.
From the trailer, it seemed that way.
She's so funny. We call her Jen Messler. She's funny. She's smart.
And she's not embarrassed to be messy, which is
No.
nice.
Messy,
Listen,
Fessy.
she's like, I am what I am. This is who I am.
Right.
Guess what? Right out of the box, she'll say it.
Yeah.
She's funny. She'll talk about her 30 years of therapy, and she'll go over things with you. And she's just like cool.
Yeah, very
People
authentic.
who know they're messy and can embrace that, and they don't try to be like,
We
oh my
like
god,
them.
I'm the
And it makes
classiest.
for
Those
the
are
best
those
TV.
are the
Worse.
best kinds of people, because when you're too buttoned up, and it's like, it's okay to have fun. You know, you don't have to be the classiest person. Be classy when it's
She's that
appropriate,
girl. Yeah,
but
she's
be
that
messy
girl.
when it's fun.
That's real life. I think
Yeah.
that's what it is, and she's authentic and comfortable in her own skin. And the other two wives are, they're younger, but they're great. They fit in. I think they fit in seamlessly. Obviously, I prefer one over the other. I think it's gonna be very obvious right out of the gate who I prefer. But that's okay because they both fit in.
Yeah, and I think that's natural that you are going to attract
Yes.
a certain person rather than somebody
Of
else.
course, when you throw new people in a group of girls, right? The dynamics change.
Yeah.
It's tried to work out in the past and it hasn't. So it's been a long time for Jersey before like some people really fit in as well as this. I gotta say.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been like 5 years. Haven't we had the same cast for 5 years up until now?
Yeah. I think
Which is a long
I
time.
think
that we haven't
changing
had
it
a
up
cast
is
change.
No,
good.
It
I think
is
we
good.
needed some new blood. I'm not
We
gonna
did.
lie.
Yeah,
I
definitely
enjoy
did.
that we brought in the new girls. They have the little babies again, which is cute to see.
Yeah.
Rachel was actually a good friend of mine through my son. Our sons are good friends. So her and I were just like mom school friends.
Yeah.
And so it just worked out great. I mean, I think it's gonna be good. We have a Staten Island girl. Right, she was originally from Staten Island.
Yeah,
So
I
she
guess,
brings a
which is a
little,
bridge
like,
away from New
extra.
Jersey,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
guess that works.
What? Jackie is a friend this season.
Yes.
So how was that adjustment, and how like she was still around as much or just less?
No, I
I
think
felt as much.
She
She
is
was on
Yeah.
the trips with us.
Yeah,
and
she had
everything.
just as big as role
By the
as
way.
as she really did. I think she worked on her health. It was good for her.
Should have been on it with us.
She's whispering about the trips.
Freaking Ireland.
The trips are great. I think she had a great role, right? I think Jackie still brought her A game.
She's in
and
every
everything
scene,
else. She's
pretty
in
much.
every scene.
Yeah.
I didn't even
Yes.
feel a difference.
Okay, good, because that's another thing where in the off season, I'm saying it's like a sport.
I know.
In the
Well, it is a
off-se-
sport,
in the
though. It's our
off-season,
sport.
It felt
our
like
football.
the fans were speculating a lot of how much she was going to be involved, and it felt like, oh, her role is lessened because of what she spoke about last season,
Right.
with her eating disorder, and it was like, well, that feels icky. Like that
Right.
can't be.
No,
so she's obviously
no.
still
Could be a
very
reason.
involved.
No, she
No.
is.
Yeah.
She's right in there.
Bravo loved that she shared that story.
Yeah, and I
It was
think
very,
fans did
brave
too.
of her.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There's their reasons. They all have their reasons as to why, sometimes we're friends, sometimes we're not. So,
Yeah.
But she's in it. She's in there all season
Yeah,
long.
traveled with us, did everything. I didn't
Yeah.
even feel like it was different just because she didn't have the housewife title. To
Right.
me,
Right.
She's the housewife to me.
Yeah. Now you guys we're in February. You started filming this season months and months ago. So when everyone watches the premiere, where are each of you in your life?
So it kind of like it sticks it in, and then not only do you hear the fight of what was said to my face, then there's another one like something that said after that I didn't know about, that I'm just hearing about. You know what I mean?
I know
I'm like,
I didn't like that.
wow.
Yeah, the premiere. I will tell you,
Lucky
for
I was
me,
at the
Where did you find out what was said about?
They sent us the episode.
yeah. we've
Okay, so
seen
it was said behind your back in the episode.
Yeah. I mean, we've since spoke, but I just it wasn't.
That's when
easy.
things get rehashed.
Yeah, that's when
It's
things.
just you watch
and
back
I never
months,
wanted to be
months
that
later, and
person
you're
when
like
you
mad
move on
again.
from something. Yeah, but in life, when I move on from something, I don't pick it apart, dissect it, bring it up whenever there's a disagreement. I hate that.
Thank you,
Not
Jesus.
in relationships, not in. It's just not for me. So, I had to remind myself of that and not be a hypocrite and say, okay, I'm gonna go back into a fight. No, I'm like, okay, let me just calm down and get through this.
Yeah.
But you're not a grudge holder like some people.
No, I don't hold. I used to.
But you're back.
I've
You're
evolved.
but
Yeah.
I don't
but
think
by
you
the
are.
way, you moved on and evolved. And
I think
that's
you
the beauty.
remember, but you don't bring it up over and over. I think
No.
You know what I do? I just I'm just never the same. I may look the same, but I'm never the same.
Inside, you're never the same.
Not
But that's okay.
For me, it was definitely because when we started filming this season, we came right out of the reunion from last year. And if you rewatch that reunion,
that reunion was
it was a rough one.
Yeah.
So Joe and I were in a place coming off of that we were very we were hurt. There was like a lot of hurt going on after that reunion. And I think you'll see like right out the gate, like our reaction, because that was the last time we all saw each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Margaret, what about you?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I came off of a bad reunion with Teresa. So I was like, ugh, this is horrible. So for me to go back in filming, I thought I was okay with Jennifer. So I go right back in. I'm not okay with her. I was better with Teresa. It was a very weird thing for me when we started filming. Of course, now that we stopped filming, it's all different again, So it's a little crazy. And I came right out of the gate. I broke my arm for, right in the beginning of filming.
Sorry, that was my roller skating party.
And I was cocky. I thought I was roller disco queen. I thought I was back, in high school.
Until you see this. Like, literally.
She really cracks her wrist.
Yeah, I have screws. I have, a scar. I mean, ridiculous.
First episode, cracks her wrist open.
That's insane. Not a great start.
Not a good omen.
No, not a good omen. It's very foreboding.
We should have known right then and there.
Yeah, right then and there.
What the season was going to be like.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of juicy stuff in the trailer. Dolores, you and Frank have always had an interesting relationship. I feel like people have always been like, wow, these people are able to maintain a friendship. But then we see in the trailer that Frank, is he wanting you back? Is he wanting to? Because the way that they phrased it in the trailer was like as if he wanted to be back together with you. But we know he has a girlfriend.
No,
and all
he has
that,
Brittany, and we all love Brittany. Don't we? She's
the sweetest
girl.
Sweetheart.
Frank had to get used to the change, and like me being. Everybody has to get used to. They're not used to me being with someone all the time. As you see in the past years, I was always a loner. And I like that. Don't get me wrong. But this relationship called for something different. So there was a change in the dynamics with my relationship with Frank, where it was so hands-on, talked all the time. And this person wanted to be that person in my life. And it's okay to be. Because Frank and I don't have to be like that all the time. So that took a little bit of...
Yeah, it was interesting how they phrased it in the trailer, because I was like, wait a second. It was like saying that he wants a relationship, and now I understand what he means by the
he's
friendship.
Like fixing it.
Yeah.
But there was nothing to break. We have a friendship, a little bit of a change. And plus my kids aren't little anymore. So Frank and I have our own lives. We don't have to always constantly be together and be involved. And I just wanted a different outcome with this relationship, because in the past the guys are like, oh, well, as Frank. And but Frank's not like really that guy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I feel like especially those kinds of guys, Italian men, they want somebody to take care of them, and I feel like you're such a caretaker.
Yes, that's true.
And so like, it doesn't matter what age that man is, when that starts to change a little bit, they're like, well, why am I not being taken care of?
Italian men don't like change.
Definitely
they like
not.
things to be the same all the time.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And it was definitely different. Your relationship with Paulie's different than your previous ones.
Yeah.
And I think Frank needed to like get used to that.
Yeah. Melissa, in this trailer, we hear Teresa say, like she's always wanted to like break up me and my brother, and now she's finally done that. How did that feel to hear that being said?
I think it makes absolutely no sense. I mean, I think all of the years have shown that I've done completely the opposite. There were so many times that I've had to literally bring them together. At the end of the day, it's such a sad situation for the whole family, for our kids. It's never something that I take lightly. I still, to this day, can't believe that this is where we're at. There's always hope, but it just feels like, honestly, like it was getting very toxic. And it just got to a point where, like, you need to worry about your own family and stop worrying about everything else. And it's like taking too much energy, and it's not easy ever anymore. Like, it got to the point where it's like brutal. And it's like, what are we doing here? Maybe it's time to take a little minute. And I feel like I did what was right for my family. And how can you argue with someone who's telling you, like, listen, I had to protect my family at this point and worry about me. I've tried so many years to worry about this like brother and sister relationship, and I've always fought for them, always. So it's like weird to hear that, but I get that. I feel like it's always been the victim, like gaslighting type situation, where it's like, we're going to put this taste in everybody's mouth and maybe they'll believe it. But obviously that's not true.
I was going to say, do you think sometimes, in the last year it's gotten to a little like petty level, because sometimes I feel like people see social media and it's like, you know, Teresa posts her new sister on. She's like, this is the sister that I've never had and I'm so happy. And it's like,
If
sometimes it's just a poking.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
It's like silly. It's silly. It's not a game like that. It's not a game with that either. And it's like, you know what? I think it's just exhausting at this point, to be honest. I've totally like drowned out the noise and I just do me. I have a lot of businesses I work with. I'm busy with my girlfriends. I'm busy with my circle and my kids. And I just drown out the noise at this point.
Margaret, like you said at the reunion, I would have put like a mortgage on my house that you and Teresa would not
Never.
have figured it out. And then when we all saw the wedding and that you were there,
I know that was a shocker.
I was floored.
I know. You know, it was
like within 2 seconds. Like you'll wait. Yes.
No, it was not really you know what it was? I was like, there was no coming back from that reunion. I was just like, that's it. That we're not talking. I don't know how this is going to happen. You know, right out of the gate, first episode, people are going to see it. She comes over to me. She was going to therapy. She worked on herself. You know, of course, I was trepidatious. I thought she was, you know, she lured me over with food, which is how people get me to their, get me to their house. So Joe and I went over there. I was questioning her motives. You know, she texted me. She said she was sincere. Baby steps. You know, we worked on baby steps throughout. She said she wanted me at the wedding. Originally, Melissa was going to go to the wedding. We were all going to go. Yeah. Everybody was really cheerleading her on. By the time we get later into the season, you guys will see why there was the downfall of the relationship with Joe and Melissa, which was very painful for me. I spoke to her and Louie about that. I already had said I was going to the wedding. And you know what? I wanted to celebrate and respect her marriage because I know she was very happy doing that. But also, I couldn't dance the night away knowing, you know, my two best friends were in such pain. So I went, I watched the beautiful ceremony, stayed for the cocktail hour, and then, you know, gave her a gift and you know, left quietly. Right. And you know what? I think I did the best thing for both parties involved. Listen, other people made the guest list too who knew her for like 2 weeks. You know, be it Chanel Ayan, whatever it is. Maybe, you know.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I think it was. I think in that right off the gate, it was kind of odd. It was more of like keep your enemies closer, if you ask me.
Isn't it crazy to see and realize that sometimes it's easier for somebody to reach out to a friend and make up with them than their own family? Like Teresa reaching out to you and you guys getting past.
Yeah.
Yes. And then when it comes to family, like I've dealt with this like with my own family. Me and my sister are very close, but like sometimes we'll get into fights and I'm like, how come she can be like close with this person, but with me she won't text me?
Right.
You know, it's like you hold a different level
less
of
emotion involved.
Yeah.
And
so
there's
it's easier
a different
to be
level
like,
of
expectation.
I
was confused because the reason she was so upset with me is because I was friends with her, and then she came to you and said that you did nothing wrong and she's sorry, and I'm like, well, so then I should be good. I'm good, so right?
Confusing when that happens.
I'm like, I've been saying that the whole time.
Their waters run very deep, and I said that to her. I said that to Teresa a lot. I was like, you know, many of us, I wouldn't say all of us, but many of us, Dolores, myself, we all were like, we want this family healed. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, they only have each other.
Yeah.
And I think during the time they were together, I think both of them, everybody really wanted that. But other things heated over. So I think there's some other outside people who are involved. And it was not good, you know? And I understand they had every reason not to go to that way. And it was bad. It was very bad. Yeah. I'm not saying never, you know, but I think right now the best decision is that they're not
Maybe
together.
Some space will help.
Space.
Was it when Teresa said, you know, like I don't think you two are happy to you and Joe? Was that kind of like that whole drama?
It starts what really? It off. You're right. It's just an abundance of things. That you'll see throughout the show. But I mean, history does repeat itself, right? So is this the first time I've been called many, many things? I've been called stripper, and which, you know, I don't take offense to as I get older. I appreciate that. But like I get called,
I would love to be called that.
Yeah.
Like if someone would pay me to take my clothes off, I'd be so happy.
I've been accused at this point of so many things. It really wouldn't be a season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey if Melissa wasn't getting accused of something she absolutely didn't do or didn't have involvement in, or if somebody wasn't coming for me. For some reason, the outsiders, like the nasty ones, think that like, oh, if we come for Melissa and make Teresa happy, we'll get on the show. Like that's what people think, and it never works. It's
Yeah.
never worked. There's always been these like outsiders, whether it be like ex-friends of mine or Kim D or this one or that one, whoever it may be, that like, says something or starts a rumor, or and then it's always like, it always ends up not being true. It always lands flat. It always like, and I don't get it. Like, I'm just like, is there anyone else anybody wants to fuck with?
Yeah, right.
Really?
I know.
Right. It's crazy. We're certainly looking forward to watching the season from what we've seen so far. I want to ask you guys, just because it's just happened in the Bravo world, but what are your thoughts on Brandi getting sent home from the Ultimate Girls Trip with the Caroline Manzo
I knew this
situation? Did you guys hear about this?
Yeah, I had
everyone heard
Brandi.
about it, and I don't think we know all the
Oh,
stories.
yeah.
Right.
So I wouldn't say, right?
Right. I had her on my podcast the day before she left. And I literally said to her, I'm like, Brandi, what are you going to, like, how is it going to go with you and Caroline Manzo? Because I had a feeling that those two were a little opposite. So I said, hi, and she goes, I don't know. I think maybe it'll be okay. I said, all right, good. I said, be good to the Jersey girl. Like, that's what I said to her. And then I heard all of this and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I was gonna say too good to her, huh?
Listen, Caroline was happy to be home with her family.
Yes.
When
Yes.
she left, and I think
Yes,
I did. We
I
weren't
think
there.
That's her story.
Yeah.
And you'll have them on to tell you. But
Yeah, and Margaret, are you on there's another girls trip that's coming up.
No, we're not.
No.
Dolores and I would love to be.
Yeah.
We would
We're
do
like
well.
next
We
up.
would be.
Okay, yeah.
Her and I together.
I would totally love
I'll put
to
it
fight
to you
with
this
someone
way.
who's not on my cast. I don't
Yes.
want to
Right?
fight
Yes.
with my own friends.
Yeah.
So you want to get to know me? Put me on the next girls trip.
Yes,
And have somebody
exactly.
come for me.
I would love for you guys to go on
And
a
I
girls
I'll
trip.
be right there to back her up.
Perfect.
Oh, I love it.
All right,
that.
let's make sure.
Dolores and I are a good duo.
Yeah.
With
that would be a
said.
lot of fun.
Next up, okay, they're next up for the next
Put
one. And
them with
hopefully
some
it's
people
somewhere
they can
good.
fight with that they don't have to
I want
live
to go to
with.
Morocco.
Yeah,
Me too.
Yeah.
I was a little jealous.
Yeah.
I
You
was
wanna
like,
go to the good spots.
because they kept saying
Yeah.
it's Dolores Mark. Dolores calls me up. Did we get notified? No one told me. Did I not get my email? It was
Like, are
so
we
funny. She
going?
was calling me. I was cracking up.
So, all right, we'll make sure for the next one we're gonna
Yeah.
put that energy out there
Thank
because I
you.
think you guys would be phenomenal on
I think
on
they're
those
up
shows. They're very entertaining. Of course, everyone loves to see the crossover
I
of
think,
Housewives
we're up
together.
next.
Yeah.
Who's like your dream cast to be with?
Jesus.
We don't want to put them with their favorites. That's
Yeah,
no
yeah, right.
fun.
Right.
It doesn't even have to be your favorites. It can be people you're just dying to get to.
Trying to like be in a room with.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Anyone?
we'd have to do with current
I would
people.
want people that I wouldn't want to be in a room with.
Right.
We'd have
That's
to
what
be
I
with.
want.
I don't know. We'd have to be
Trying to
with
get her
current
to say a name.
people. Believe it or not, I mean,
I
people
know
Trying to pull it out of her.
Yeah.
Trying to help the girls
people-
out.
I would like to be with. Listen, I could do it with Elisa Moreno. I actually find her very entertaining, even though people, even though
At
she's
Auntie
on
Cohen's
pause.
baby shower, I have a video of her.
I had a good time
Dancing
with her.
Bruce Bozzi, and it was the best.
Very sexy.
I had to have a cigarette
Yeah.
after I watched.
I know, me too. But by the way, it was the very. I would have a good.
chemistry was there, and she.
She's a
they're
fun girl.
very free, like spirit, like the
Beverly Hills girls were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They were fun. They owned that place.
They did.
Yeah, no, I could see you guys having a good connection. Even I could see you guys having a good time with some of the Miami girls.
Oh, I love the Miami girls.
Yeah.
That's true.
I've
Yeah.
watched that. all the
Miami
time.
is
I'm caught up on
fantastic.
Miami.
It's so
I
good.
haven't watched
Caught up.
Miami.
Oh my God, it's so
I'm
good.
so
I heard
caught
it's
up.
like the bomb this season.
Oh, it is. It's
So
been
good.
fantastic.
Melissa, you have to catch up.
I
on
know.
that. Don't
I,
sleep
I
on Miami.
have trust issues with new
I don't
Housewives
watch
shows.
anything anymore.
No, Miami's so
I'm
good.
used to Jersey and Beverly Hills, and then when it comes
It's
to
like you-
everybody else,
you're
like I'm
just
like,
I can't invest.
Roxy's husband has a hot mic on and talking about how he's going to leave her a week later. Like, you cannot miss
It's-
it.
it's really-
believe
and
that
I
he
like
didn't
that they-
realize that was
He
on.
didn't care.
You
He
know-
wanted out.
I could
No,
go on an
he
ultimate
didn't
girls
care.
trip with
and
Larsa.
and he's still
Larsa
yeah.
Pippen?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I could be annoyed by her.
I like
I would say-
Larsa.
Not that I don't like her, but I could just see us
You could just
having
see-
a
yeah, yeah,
banter.
yeah.
I could
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
banter with
All
her.
right.
For sure.
Because she's
for
not
sure.
nice to my girl, Dr. Nicole Martin.
Oh, okay.
Who I like.
Well, I like her too.
Yeah.
I love Dr. Nicole Martin.
They are all
Listen, when someone's
great
not nice
housewives.
to you, that's job security. What can I tell you? That's
It's true. It's true. It's
What
true.
do you want me to say? Like, seriously.
And I
Yeah,
met
yeah.
Dr. Nicole
Yeah.
Martin's a night. She is very articulate.
You like her clothes.
And she dresses beautifully.
I like her too.
She
like
sent a disinvitation to Larsa for her.
Yes, I thought that was good. I liked it.
Like it was
but like you said, like
it was a mirror.
What gets you a job.
It was like it was a mirror. It was like you're disinvited.
Yeah, that's awesome for TV.
Yeah, I mean it's good TV.
Yeah,
it is.
Yes,
that's
it
great
is.
TV. I
It's
might
good
have to
TV.
watch. I feel like they aren't
gotta.
talking about it enough. Like you're always
I
talking
am.
about
I
it,
am.
but I feel like
So-
it's not getting enough play outside.
Yeah.
Maybe because
Peacock.
I don't know. It's on Peacock.
Peacock,
And
but
the
it's
Salt
all
Lake
one
City
family.
girls
It
are
is.
nice.
We're all under one family.
They're nice. The Salt Lake City girls when we see them.
Oh, I
They're
love
nice.
Lisa Barlow. She's my
Yeah.
Yes.
Meredith.
Yes.
I feel like that right there. That's 6 ladies, 2 from each of those. That
That's
would
We
be
set it up.
We could do
Bravo
it.
show.
We
Just
could do
listen
it.
to us.
It would be great. Okay, I think that is all the time that we have with you wonderful ladies. Guys, tune into the new season of Real Housewives of New Jersey. It's gonna be dramatic.
Unfortunately
and
for us,
chaotic,
it's gonna be
and
great.
I'm gonna be talking about.
Enjoy.
I'm gonna be talking about this season like I'm talking about Miami right now. I
Yes.
think so. Everybody watch Tuesday, February 7th. Premieres on Bravo.
Yes.
So,
Thank you guys.
you.
thank you guys.
Chickies in the office.
Yes.